Nova, well, there's someone I would really like you to see. Now, here is a picture of a woman named Sarah Robles. She was in the Olympics. She is the strongest woman in America. And we're going to give her a little call now. I think you'll like her. She's tiny. Hello.
Hi.
This is Sarah. Can you say hello?
Hello.
So, do you think we should make Sarah a great big sword?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness I left all those weights. I'm in shape to lift a big old heavy sword.
I remember during the 2012 Olympics reading an article about Sarah Robles. It was very hard for her to get like sponsorship deals. Sometimes she had to pay for her own flights to places and things. If you're a cute female gymnast, the sponsorship deals just come to you. But if you happen to be a female weightlifter, all of a sudden you meet a wall of disinterest. I'm looking forward to doing this, and I'd really like to make the sword for you pro bono.
Really? That's so cool.
No, I think it's an important thing to me, important thing to us. Ugh. I always viewed myself as an underdog, so it's nice to be able to support another underdog. I've wanted to make Sarah Robles a sword for a long time, but you know, I was always too busy. But now that I have a team, maybe I can get this out quickly. It'll be good for Nova to see this happening, you know, be certain better than her seeing like little princess stuff. I would absolutely love to get you out here and
Oh, that'd be awesome.
yeah, no, we'll set up a thing for you to test about it. It'll be great. Sarah's gonna come visit. Will that be fun? Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, see you. Very good.
So, sounds like a cool idea.
Yeah, this is one of those goodwill kind of
Okay.
things. It'll be good for Nova. See a huge, big, strong woman holding a sword.
Mike is very generous when it comes to giving to people he thinks deserve. He gives money to charity. I think it's good that Mike wants to give Sarah Robles this sword. I think she deserves it. As long as, you know, if something for money comes up, you could push it back a day or two to pick up the paid work. Okay.
When designing Sarah her weapon, I decided to go with a Greek theme because of the Olympics. The Olympics was supposed to be a celebration of people with godlike prowess. So the idea was to make her weapon that looked like something a Greek god could wield. I wanted to feel like something that's made for big people. At 6 feet long, the Greek goddess is going to be over twice the length of its historical counterpart. The pommel will be accurate to the time of the first Olympic Games. The crossguard is going to be studded along its length. The leaf-shaped blade matches weapons carried by ancient Greek soldiers. I want to try and get the whole sword electroplated with brass. Brass will look like bronze, which is what the sword would have been made of at the time anyway. I want to make the handle that green color. You know, when you're in a museum and you see a bronze sword, a lot of the times it will naturally be the green color. You know, it'll give it like a nod to history. Because this sword is pro bono, I want to do as much of the work as possible after hours, like sneak it in, like when we're not doing other paid work. In a way, I almost like working at night because it's like the way I used to work, you know, just by myself. The leaf-shaped design made it wider towards the tip. Depictions in Greek art always showed soldiers hitting downwards with their blades. It was top-heavy, so that made a downward strike especially powerful. So, of course, I'm obviously working for nothing on this. The only real question is how much free labor I can rustle up from other people.
I'm confused. Why are we having breakfast?
Can't a man provide breakfast for his assistants?
When manipulating humans, there's a couple of things to watch out for. Humans get cranky when they're hungry, so feed your humans with food and then just try to be polite. I find that's the hardest one. Try not to say, shout silence at any point.
This is weird.
On another subject, the next sword we're going to make is for someone of goddess-level strength, wielding an appropriate weapon.
Cool.
It's our job to make the appropriate weapon.
Brass plated?
Yes, we're going to send the sword off to be electroplated, and hopefully it'll work.
Cool.
Can you
Yeah.
explain electroplated a little bit?
They put it in the tank, they set up the chemicals,
They put an electrical current in the bath.
the brass floats through the liquid, and then adheres onto the blade.
Brass plated. Cool.
Yeah.
It still doesn't explain why you made us breakfast, though.
Oh, yeah. So we're donating the sword to Sarah Robles.
As in, we're not getting paid?
Well, you're getting paid in goodwill. I mean,
Well, it sounds like a pretty cool thing, though.
Yeah.
yeah, you'll be a monster if you say no.
Go team! Yay!
Now that I've shanghaied the rest of my team into helping me, I have Jamie sketching out pieces for the guard, while me and Eric try to figure out how to do the other handle components.
This is the pommel, or will be the pommel for the Greek sword.
A pommel is the lumpy bit you find on the end of a sword's handle. They stop the sword slipping out of your hand, and they operate as a counterweight. You know, they work to like make the sword easier to maneuver.
It's an inch thick, the oxyacetylene cutter. It's messy.
Yeah. Did you try the plasma torch?
Plasma torch I have isn't supposed to do half-inch. But no, I did not try. No, I imagine that would also end in terror.
Okay.
I don't have the largest or best equipped shop. You know, I often find myself not having the right tool to do the job, and I have to learn things as I go and invent new techniques.
What we're going to do is we're going to trace around the outside and then drill holes and then knock it out that way. You know, just weaken it and knock it out and then clean it up afterwards.
Sounds really tedious.
Yes, type of task you'd delegate to an underling or other employee.
Fine.
While I like that I'm getting to do a sword for Sarah for free, it's put quite a pinch on the money flow around here. Hopefully some bright young crazy person will order something sharp and pointy soon. This is Sarah Robles. She's an Olympian. Do you know what that means?
She's from Mount Olympus.
That means I competed at the Olympic Games
Yeah.
in weightlifting, and I'm one of the strongest people in the world.
Big stuff.
Can you imagine that? One of the strongest people in the world.
Yeah.
There's probably this many people stronger than me. That's it.
pretty amazing,
That's a lot.
right?
That's not a lot of people, huh?
Considering there's billions on the planet, that's pretty good. So Sarah Robles has come a long way to see this sword. You know, I hope she's pleased with it.
Wow.
With Sarah being an Olympic weightlifter and one of the strongest women in the world, she's going to test my sword like no other client ever has. So I hope you like it. This sword is styled after the old Greek short swords. Wanted to make it look like something that a god could use, or goddess, is the case maybe.
I think the sword looks beautiful. I love it. I really like the contrast between the gold and the green.
Like a lot of my weapons, the Greek sword is larger than life. It's 6 foot long. With Sarah being one of the strongest women in the world, had to be scaled up gigantically. I like the steel hemispheres on the guard. They're simple, they're strong looking. The leaf-shaped blade matches weapons carried by ancient Greek soldiers. Pommel is made out of 1 inch solid. So you have like the handle that's old, weathered looking, verdigris colored, and the blade, which is shiny gold.
I'm excited to put my strength to good use finally.
No, I'd love if you picked it up just to see how you.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Yeah.
super excited.
You just made it look really light. I tried to lift that, and it was different looking.
This is one of the rare instances where a customer picks up one of my swords and looks totally at ease with it. So that's great.
I love it. I can't wait to annihilate something with this.
Well, you don't have to wait because we have stuff here right now.
I think the fact that this sword was so huge and she handled it, you know, as though it were a normal sword was really impressive.
What was Hermes' deal? He's about to be the god of having his head
Prepare
taken
to
off now.
meet your maker. Yeah. Atlantis.
That sword has now officially been christened.
True.
She is seaworthy.
How much of this could you mess up all in one shot?
Hopefully all of it.
Usually it's me, Johnny, Eric testing one of my swords, but now that it's Sarah, it's a bit more nerve-wracking because if anybody is able to break one of my swords, it's going to be her.
Well, you successfully took out everything by taking out the table.
We did it, you guys.
We did it.
Hopefully that's not your kitchen table, because now you have to eat on the floor.
That's fine.